A judge has turned down Mark Meadows' attempt to move his case from Arizona's state court to federal court. Meadows, who served as former President Donald Trump's chief of staff, had sought to shift his case due to allegations surrounding a scheme to overturn the 2020 election results, but U.S. District Judge John Tucci ruled that Meadows missed the deadline for this request and did not provide a valid reason for the delay. Additionally, Meadows failed to demonstrate that the charges against him were related to his official duties. Meadows is facing charges in both Arizona and Georgia related to efforts to challenge the 2020 election results. His attempt to transfer the Georgia case to federal court was previously unsuccessful, and it's unclear if he will appeal this latest ruling. In Arizona, Meadows is not accused of being a fake elector but is charged with working with Trump campaign members to submit false slates of electors from multiple states to Congress. Meadows has pleaded not guilty to these charges. Prosecutors argue that Meadows' actions were not part of his official duties as Trump's chief of staff, and his attempts to claim immunity under the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution were rejected. The Arizona indictment claims that Meadows privately acknowledged Trump's election loss in November 2020 but still engaged in efforts to promote the fake elector scheme. The indictment details that Meadows allegedly arranged meetings and calls to further this scheme, actions that prosecutors argue are illegal. Meadows' defense team argues that the indictment is based on actions that do not constitute criminal behavior and describes his involvement as merely receiving updates and ideas for Trump's campaign. Judge Tucci clarified that Meadows was indicted not for his role in facilitating communications or staying informed about Trump's campaign, but for allegedly orchestrating and participating in an illegal election scheme. In the Arizona case, 18 Republicans were charged, including 11 who falsely claimed to be Arizona's electors for Trump. Other defendants include another Trump aide and several lawyers. Trump himself was not charged, but is named as an unindicted co-conspirator in the indictment. Earlier this year, some defendants have either cooperated with prosecutors or pleaded guilty. Jenna Ellis, a Trump campaign attorney, reached a cooperation agreement leading to the dismissal of her charges, while Republican activist Lorraine Pellegrino pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor and was sentenced to probation. The remaining defendants have pleaded not guilty to charges of forgery, fraud, and conspiracy.